Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about warding. So why is warding so important? Everyone seems to make a big deal out of it. Well, in its essence, warding serves to give you and your team vision across the dark spots from the map. If you didn't realize it yet, the only reason why you can see anything on the map is because some allied structure or companion gives you vision. Minions, towers, and your companion champions. Lose a tower, lose vision. Win a tower, get greater vision because your minions can advance further. And walls and some other abilities can deny you vision. What are the biggest benefits of warding? You can prevent ganks. You can know when to engage, you can know when to disengage. It's great if you want to take objectives safely, and also, it's good to know if you should chase or not. But you can think of it this way. How much easier do you think it would be if you had vision over every champion on the map? You'd probably die a lot less, plan your plays a lot better, and basically relax in lane. Okay, so you realize that this is important. But how do you ward properly? You might ask. Because right now it seems like we're very restricted in warding, doesn't it? Let's start off with some noob tips that might help you. Warding a bush is almost always a good idea, since it will usually cover 2 or 3 paths. Warding isn't only the support's job, and the more people that know this, the better. Deep wards are great for spotting the enemy jungler. Ward one side only, and then if you don't see him there, you can believe that he is on the other side. Try to pink your territory only, with a few exceptions of course, but remind your teammates that everyone should have a pink up all the time. Did you know that your cursor changes color over bushes, so that you know whether you're placing it on top of a bush or outside one? Finally, if you can get a deep pink behind the enemy red, it will rarely get discovered. Okay, so now let's go over some ward locations. The jungler and the mid should cover the mid entrances to the jungle, because they're closest to it. The top laner should cover the bush closest to his tower, and the bot lane should cover both, since the support is there to provide more than 2 wards. When you're taking dragon, you should consider placing your wards like that. It'll help a lot if the enemy team decides to come and fight for it. Notice that it is warded differently depending on the side that you're playing. Baron control is done like the dragon control, except mirrored, but it will always depend on what side you're playing. If you can, try to place a pink inside the Baron or Dragon arena to remove vision from the enemy team. Now this is a big tip. When you're deep warding the enemy jungler, try to ward the blue buff intersection, not the bush, since it will give you more vision of more paths. And if you're playing as a support in the bot lane, know that a ward in the river is more important than one in the bush in the early game. Oh, and when you're placing your pink in the mid lane, try to place it as close to you as possible, so that you force the enemy to come closer to you. Well, how can you see yourself improve at warding? As with all these guides, I've come up with a few skill objectives for you to see. They actually only refer to pink warding, since other types of warding is more restricted into positions, and I was not gonna do 5 different skill objectives for each position in the game. This goes for probably all of you. 0 to 10. What's a ward? 20. Buy 1 pink per game. 30. Buy pink when you have the extra money for it. 40. Buy pinks versus Teemo. 50. Buy pinks versus enemy stealth. 60. Buy pinks versus ganks. 70. Buy pinks to safely CS. 80. Check if your pink is down and replace it. 90. Buy pinks every back. And when you really mastered warding, 100. You can replace your pinks for better strategic purposes. As always with these guides, try to dedicate a few games to warding and watch yourself improve. Consider a trekker's knife when you're jungling, for example. Did you buy a pink ward instead of boots? Those can be much more helpful in the early game. PS. Don't be afraid to nag your teammates about warding properly. You should have a pink up for everyone in the team at all times. Also, if they don't know how to ward, recommend them this video, maybe they'll learn something. If you don't have 5 pinks all the time, you're just losing potential. Thank you very much for warding. I mean watching, but if you ward, then thank you for warding in my games. Tune in next week for the new video, and also if you can, try to subscribe and leave a like. Sakeios out.